Hello. Oh, geez, hold on. I'm just filling in for the wonderful Karen, and we were doing some editing, and I left it on the edit. And so, excuse me. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Laurel. We're so glad to be here as part of this very special news and update show.
The News and Updates co host, Karen, is traveling this weekend, and we couldn't just replace her with one person.
Oh, we lost some sound.
Isn't she the
Uh-oh.
lucky one?
So she's traveling this weekend, and we couldn't just replace her with one person, right?
Lance,
Oh, I lagged. So sorry. It takes four of us to replace one Karen.
you are very right. We need four of us and four Karen hats. We have an amazing team here of passionate members of the community.
Indeed. Seriously, we are so thrilled to be here. As some of you may know, the news and updates with Mark began in 2018 and has been here through all of the technical glitches and the ups and downs of the Altspace VR community.
We are all members of this community and not Altspace VR employees. We do this because this community is important to us, and it is important that we come together each week to learn more about what's going on, updates, and the news we need to know.
You're right, Mark. In addition to presenting the news and updates live every week here in Altspace VR, we live stream to YouTube and Twitch during our show. And we do, on occasion, film the audience during our discussion. So be ready, be ready, be ready. If you miss the show, check out our news and updates YouTube channel to stay updated.
We also wish to thank all of our volunteers who help make this possible, the moderators, photographers, and various reporters who help us gather the news and report it to you each week.
You are the reason we are all here. So let's get this party started. Woo! Now, let's go ahead and start off with some Altspace VR news.
Yep.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you, Lance. This past Wednesday was May the 4th be with you, official Star Wars Day, and we all were celebrating. The World Tour team took people on tours. Some of the Star Wars worlds still active here on Altspace VR, and there were Star Wars parties all around.
And we love us some Star Wars, don't we? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And there used to be an active Star Wars fan club that met regularly here in Altspace VR. I'm not sure it's still active. If you know, let us know. But if you're a Star Trek fan, check out those fan based events here. They're awesome.
You're right, Laurel. Do not forget that Wednesday, educators in VR received special permission from the team behind the recent music festival in Allspace that hosted over 10,000 ticketed attendees. It was built by Carnivore and Dargon using special world building techniques to have access to the worlds for a behind the scenes look at the innovations that these two master world builders created. Join it.
Carnivore created a special app that encodes the pattern of the music onto the video shown in the event that causes interactive reactions to the light objects in the scene so they pulse and change colors in sync with the music.
Dargon created several MREs, including one that allows people to plant a tree and send a donation to charity. The event is limited to less than 30 people, so be there on time to learn how the magic was done and be inspired.
Now, some Steam gamers and users are reporting technical problems with missing downloading files in Steam.
I heard that. We've posted the information in our news and updates Discord, including some causes and solutions to help resolve the issues. So far, AltSpace VR is not among those listed as having issues. But you never know.
Rensselaer's Game Fest 2022 was featured here in Altspace VR this past week, an annual student game development show hosted by Rensselaer's Polytechnic Institute. It was free and open to the public and highlighted over 30 student designed games from across New York to win cash prizes. Congratulations to all the winners, and glad to have y'all here in Altspace VR.
DJ Young Fresh Prince opened for Town Sluggers for a live virtual habitation concert. Also this week in Altspace VR. The concert included musical artist Nicole Michelle, Ryan Lane, and many others.
Yeah, Mark, this is an ongoing series of concerts with Illtown Sluggers here in Altspace VR. So don't miss them, as they are not only a chance to enjoy their music and performance, but meet the performers.
Okay. Another article about harassment issues in social VR is out on CNN. And it is a fairly weak article that rehashes much that we already know. Nothing new to see. The problem exists mostly with other platforms.
Now, during the Educators in VR cyberbullying meetup this week, we talked to how a few people can quickly spread negativity energy throughout the community. It's the one bad apple can spoil the whole barrel syndrome. You should be familiar with that, right?
Oh,
Right,
indeed.
everybody? Let's see some
Mhm.
emojis if you're familiar with that. To combat the negative energy and mindset, people need to resist it and stop it in its tracks. It is the acceptance of that hostile and toxic atmosphere by the community that allows it to exist. Luckily, for those of us in Altspace VR, we reject that concept. Right, everyone? Let's see if you agree by a show of emojis.
Yay!
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You bet, Laurel.
We love our community, and we're very passionate about preserving the positive energies, the tolerance and the acceptance, and the collaborative nature. I mean, look at this stage that thrives here. So if you come in contact with those negative and toxic energy people, just keep fighting the good fight, and let's throw out some hearts again, because remember, this is all about the love. This is all about the love to keep our community positive and thriving.
Love.
Indeed. So let's remember that this is supposed to be fun. So some people in the Altspace VR Discord asked this week why there were suddenly so many religious events here. As usual, people made up their own conclusions rather than researching the facts. And it is our job to bring you those facts.
Absolutely, Mark. There have always been religious events of all types, shapes, sizes, right here in Altspace VR, as well as in Second Life, Minecraft, and other social VR platforms. One of the largest and most noticed is VR Church. It continues to thrive here, innovating and inspiring everyone as it goes.
Yep. An article in Fortune magazine this week spoke about the promise venture capitalists see in what they are calling the religious metaverse, and has a market reach of over 6 billion people, with an audience that big, crossing geographical borders easily in VR. They see dollar signs.
Altspace VR has long been a welcome oasis for people of all types, shapes, colors, cultures, and religions with our tolerant and accepting community. The powers behind the religion industry have found Altspace VR.
Now, for those of you who are a fan of SideQuest, the app
Mm.
and platform now allows you to install Oculus apps outside of the Oculus Store. We join you in celebrating their third anniversary as a company and partnering with Facebook.
If you are a SideQuest member, there are special announcements and awards coming out. Check them out. Shane Wilson, the founder of SideQuest Media, was a popular member of the Altspace VR community and the creator of some of the earliest prototypes, world-building features here, including Shane Editor.
Well, that brings back memories. As
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft hired other developers, he saw that this was an opportunity to try something different, which led him to create SideQuest. A true pioneer in VR, Shane still comes in here often to hang out with old friends and attend events. So congratulations, Shane, and everyone at SideQuest on 3 years and its continued success, old friend.
Now, Google Chrome. As we've been warning you,
And warning.
warning. Unfortunately, Chrome has reached a sad milestone with a record number of high alert security warnings. And another update. This week, Google notified 3.2 billion Google Chrome users of a dangerous security exploit. So please update immediately, or maybe consider switching. Firefox just released version 100 with some powerful new features.
I remember when Firefox was number one, was one. All right, it is time to talk tech and hardware. So you know it's one of our favorite subjects. First of all, we were very sad this week to learn that the co-founder of Razer and the gaming mouse pointer genius, Robert Krakoff, he died this week at the age of 81. You might not have heard of him, but in 1999, Razer guy Krakoff changed the world with the first ever gaming mouse.
That's what I heard, Laurel. We're so sad to hear of his passing. His innovation created not just a line of gaming mice, but an entire line of gaming peripherals that many of us use. Laurel especially loves the one-handed gaming keyboard and uses their dynamic Razer gaming mouse pad that changes the world of driving mice.
I'm using it right
hearts go-
now.
You got it. But our hearts all go out to his family and his friends and his fans.
Mm-hmm. Now, Facebook Meta is opening their first retail stores in San Francisco this coming week. The first of many planned across the country and maybe beyond. This is kind of exciting. The store will feature the Quest headsets, Ray-Ban stories, and the Meta portal for video calls.
Yep. People will be able to test equipment and accessories and play some of their games in the demo area, like Beat Saber, Supernatural, and Real VR Fishing. Expect to see more and more people buying Quest headsets, and expect to see them here soon.
Now, let's get to some crazy Meta news. News has leaked that appears to be legit. They will likely release four VR headsets between now and 2024. The Project Cambria Enterprise headset we've been telling you about is due out in September and was expected to cost about $800 US. But now it is expected to be much higher.
Oh, Mark, more dollar signs. A follow-up to Cambria, called Funston, is slated to arrive in 2024. In between those two dates, Meta, I Meta one
Tomato,
day.
tomato.
Meta is reportedly planning two versions of the Quest headset, but little information is known about them or when those may appear. We're all anxious, I think.
Now, what we've learned before is that Meta is planning on supporting future improvements throughout softwares and updates for at least the next 2 to 3 years, making the Quest 2 one of the longest lasting headsets for manufacturing support.
It is likely that The upcoming wave of the VR headsets announced by many companies, including Valve, HP, Vive, Eco, and others, is creating a new VR headset battlefield for our hearts and heads. We'll be reporting on these as soon as solid information is known, so get excited about that.
Now, this is fun. A camera created by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or the NIST team, has broken all records for photography. One of the problems with photography is that the closer you focus on an object, the shallower the depth of field, or the less area in focus. When it comes to photographing very tiny objects, especially with a microscope, it is a struggle to get as much in focus as possible.
Using a special technique with a new light field camera they were inspired by the unique compound eye structure of the tiny ancient trilobite sea creature and allowed it to see both far and close to detect predators.
Wow.
As you can see,
Wild.
there is major technology in this camera, and we don't have time to explain it here. What makes this exciting is the potential for a camera like this to be used in photogrammetry and 3D scanning to bring the microscopic world to life in VR. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Woohoo. Oh, yeah. Just my skin's all hair standing. My virtual hair is standing on end. I'm so excited about that.
All this tech. Now,
Yay.
talking about tech, have you ever tried a VR treadmill? Well,
Not yet.
Cat VR has come up with a series of new VR treadmills for PlayStation VR, tethered PC VR, and Quest. You can not only walk and run on these, but supposedly you can sit in or on them. We're not sure.
I figured that.
You know, these are cool because they offer 360 degrees freedom for most movement, allowing the user to also jump or squat for exercise. All VR games with free locomotion are supported, but we want to know, will you buy one? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I mean, I can't afford it yet. These are not cheap, but prices will likely come down with time. When they do, that might be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just one of the many new VR accessories coming our way for controllers, shoes, and add-ons to a headset that allows the feelings of sensations across the mouth. We're in an amazing age of technology, advancement in VR, and more coming up to share with you.
Now, researchers at Meta Reality Labs have created a prototype VR headset with a custom built accelerator chip designed to handle AI processes and make it possible to render the company's photorealistic codex avatars on a standalone headset.
Meta and Microsoft have been working for years on photorealistic avatars in VR. Something some of us are excited about and others not so thrilled. And having the faces to be animated to appear more natural, oh, that might be an okay thing.
Now, the cameras combined on the inside and below the headset would merge the image and related with facial expressions on the avatar in future headsets. Could be interesting.
Yeah, it could be very interesting. Meta Reality Labs researchers also demonstrated body tracking from cameras on VR controllers last week as they push the technology further for future headsets. Full body tracking and wearable trackers have been around for a long time.
I think it's fascinating. You put the camera on the controller. Only a few apps, including VR Chat, support them. Altspace used to support full body tracking, but with the development of the new avatars, we're not sure when that feature will be back. But it could be. It could be a switch. I don't know.
Oh, it could be, huh, Laurel?
Mhm.
Trackers on controllers pose some interesting challenges, as they would need to make sense out of multiple data inputs. Researchers with Carnegie Mellon have come up with a multi-sensing and tracking data management system just to make this work.
In their prototype, they created a Beat Saber challenge that allowed the user to slide and kick blocks with their feet. This is a great technology for training and exercise, and who knows where else it may lead.
Mm. In addition to mouth sensations and kicking in VR, though that sounds like fun, this week we
Yeah.
spotted a device that applies um, muscle stimulating electrodes to selected points
Okay.
on the volunteer's neck to make them move their head up or down, side to side, using a VR headset.
Now, this sounds really, really weird. They claim this would make steering attention in VR training and gaming improved. Now, it sounds really invasive. I mean, this you're having your neck just move. I don't think it's a yank, but it's a trigger that just slowly moves your neck. The idea is to direct the user toward information they need to know or away from information they don't need to know. This would most likely be applicable in training and research development. I do know that fire departments have sensors. They're special headsets that see infrared, and they're using VR for those, and that could direct them to look at a body or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Really interesting to see what happens with this.
Oh, Laurel, that is so amazing, so interesting. Something worth kind of reading into a little later. While not technically tech, the virtual desktop for Quest users has a new update to version 1.20.32. It now includes a personal theater environment, hand tracking, and improved resolution of desktop and screen toolbars.
Yep.
Pretty good, Laurel.
Oh, I
Pretty
think that's
amazing.
pretty cool, Marcia.
Yep.
What do you think,
Yep.
Sam?
Thank you, Marcia. Yeah, for those unfamiliar with virtual desktop, like me, app for Quest, it allows you to connect wirelessly to your computer to browse the web, connect to Discord voice and text, watch movies, and use your headset like a computer. Most of the VR headsets coming out soon have this ability built in. For the rest of us, we use virtual desktop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We are very excited about the announcement for the arrival of the Type-C USB cables able to handle 240 watts. While designed to power laptops, these cables could be used in future headsets.
Ooh.
As microchips get smaller and more powerful, they need to be powered by bigger power sources. Keep your eye on these. Prices are high right now, and only a few devices support them. But the power sources cable could be a big game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. This month's Steam VR statistics are out, and the results are only slightly surprising. Steam had an average of 132 million monthly active users in 2021, and Steam VR represents about 2.5 million of those users. With Steam VR enabled headsets, and the number continues to grow slowly since 2017.
Mm. Facebook Meta's Quest 2 has stagnated, staying just below 50% of the users. And Valve's numbers stayed basically the same as well, about 15%. The others did the same with Rift, HTC Vive, and Windows Mixed Reality. As
New
there are
headset
two
name.
Quest headsets
name.
still functioning together, the Quest 1 and 2 represent 66.62% of Steam VR market.
Wow. All right, y'all hanging around the door. Come on in. There's plenty of seats. Now, on to some news from in and around the metaverse. News you need to know as it impacts us directly because Altspace VR is a part of it. Now, the metaverse exists because we have access through the internet, right? I mean, how else do you get here? Most of us access through dedicated lines like cable, fiber optic, etc. Some of us, like me, worse. But many more are connecting more and more often through wireless or satellite services like Starlink. Well, this week in North America, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile are all announcing to their prices.
Uh-huh. Now, some prices are rising, and a few are changing to look like they are lowering or improving. But there are always catches. Check your internet service company, no matter where you are, to find out if the prices will be changing.
With growing inflation and more issues with global supply changes complicated by the pandemic and the Ukraine and Russian war, the cost for access to these metaverse or to the metaverse, to our metaverse, may be changing.
Yeah, we've mentioned many different. This is totally different. We've mentioned many different dating events here in Allspace over the years, but a company called Flitual, 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 is changing how dating in VR may work now and in the future. Very different than war.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
Or
love
is it?
that.
Yeah.
Now, the goal of the mobile app is not to host events, but to connect people through their app and get them to meet in VR. Specifically, the platforms and multiplayer games that they already have in common.
That is a fun way
Yeah.
to get people to meet
Yeah.
who already share common interests. The app matches
Yeah.
people by their avatar and connects them so they can meet up on the game or the platform that they already use. Flirtual, also.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
there's
a
a
fun
word
name.
for
That's a
you.
mouthful.
Can we put that one in the
I
dictionary?
can't say
know.
I can't say that one time fast. Yes.
Flirtual.
Is it flitual or
Also,
flirtual?
flirtual.
Flirtual.
No, it's virtual. It's flirt and virtual. Flirt you all.
Flirtual.
Flirtual.
Flirt you all.
Okay, now I got it. Now I got
Flirt
it. It's flirt
you
you
all.
all. Okay, now I got it. You gotta say it with a southern twang. Now
There
it
you
makes
go.
sense.
Flirt you
All right,
all.
flirt you all. Also hosts speed dating and social events in VR, but the app is a dating game changer for VR lovers. Literally. Flirt you
Yay!
all.
Flirt you
Free
Flirt
all.
you all.
promotion. Free
Morales
promotion right
lost
there.
it.
Oh my god. I didn't even see that. Oh god.
Now, for all you gamers,
Oh no, it's not flit. It's flit.
for all you
We're
gamers, a
gonna
new
use we're gonna
VR.
lose it here.
Not
Okay.
flit, flirt.
Not according to how we
We
type.
got it.
Careful.
It's flirtual.
Careful,
It's
careful,
flirtual.
Sam.
For all you gamers, a
Flirtual.
new VR adventure game is coming this week to Oculus called Area Man Lives. That should get our attention. You play a local radio host in a small town that becomes engulfed in a mystery. Using your own voice to communicate with callers, you work together to solve puzzles that lead to multiple outcomes.
That's right. Originally featured in a series for Google Daydream, we are thrilled to see that the developer Cyan, known for the timeless Miss games, was
Yay!
helping bring the game to other headsets with improvements and changes. Check it out and let us know if you enjoy it.
Wow, the top industrial designers and students of the year have been announced by Yenko Design, and all of these students have used free 3D design and rendering software. We wish we had time to show you all of these, but here are a few.
Now,
Woo!
Lee Rosario created this. I wish we had a full-blown screen picture of this. This sports car called H6 Julietta was modeled and rendered in Blender. The chair was made in Gravity Sketch by Kevin Klarich, and this crazy gaming weapon was created in Viscom. Anybody played with Viscom yet? It is an AI-powered rendering software app. Again, it's free, that converts a pencil sketch into a rendered object with plenty of customization options. It's an exciting time to be an artist and a world builder right now.
Definitely is. CAD in Blender has arrived with the new CAD sketcher. Sketch. Let me say that again. CAD sketcher, available to the public.
Easy for you to say.
Apparently not.
Available to the public, it is an amazing feature that allows you to do CAD style precise drawing and objects in Blender. We shared the link to the announcement in our VR news channel, our news and update Discord, so world builders check it out.
Okay.
The world will be back, but we'll
Nope,
keep
I'm
on
back.
going.
I'm
Oh,
back.
there she is. Okay.
I'm back.
She's a quick
All right.
change artist.
D.
Um,
We're at D.
so first of all, I would like to have everyone please send up some hearts for everybody in room 2. So hello, room 2. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got a whole nother room.
Hello.
Hello,
All right.
Room 2.
Yay! Love it. You are
Hello,
surrounded by
Frisco
people.
and
You
room
just
2.
don't know it. Okay. So we've been telling you for ages about the next version of Blender 3.1 that was due out this week. Announcement that Blender 3.1. Whoa, and it is exciting. Stands of trees?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
The new version features enhancements in animation, rigging pipelines, improved modeling, and grease pencil workflows, and improvements to geometry nodes. It also comes with a new splash screen by Ukrainian concept artist Oksana Dobrovolska, who mixes Blender with photo editing software to create amazing artwork.
Wow.
And attention, all MRE creators, makers, and developers using Heroku to host your MREs, which I'm one of them. We've been mentioning the security hacks at GitHub and OAuth. Heroku has revealed that the stolen GitHub integration OAuth tokens last month compromised their internal customer database.
Ugh. So
Ugh.
if you have a Roku account for yourself or your MREs or any other service, please respond to the forced password resets that are sent out by Heroku. If you did not get a notification, do it as soon as you can to ensure your account is protected and be ready for more serious security there. And you know what? Freaking everywhere. It's getting
Absolutely,
terrible.
Laurel. Absolutely, it is getting terrible. As mentioned, Git was impacted by a serious security breach. They have announced that all code contributors must now use two-factor authentication for logging in. You have a year to comply, but sooner is likely safer, right? So please update your Git and GitHub apps and local institutions, installations, all of the above. Local
Get your
installations.
Git
Get your Git fit. Yeah, you bet. And I'm going to use mine today.
Yay.
Installations
I gotta
to
do mine too.
ensure you have the latest update with the fixes. And please change your passwords.
Mm-hmm. We've also shared an article from GitHub's blog with tips for the best practices to keep your projects secure on GitHub. So please take the time to review and implement these practices to ensure your world building projects are protected.
Okay. Last year, we highlighted that you now have the ability to move a world between your universes in Altspace VR. If you have the owner and admin rights to a world, you may change it to a different universe.
Interesting.
Now, before we get too far down the rabbit hole, let's do a quick refresher course on universes and worlds here in Altspace VR.
When worlding came into its own in 2018, we needed a way to group our worlds together by event or topic, right? That makes sense. It's like they're like files in a filing cabinet. Universes held the worlds created within them, and life was good until people started working collaboratively, something we thoroughly enjoy, but it caused all kinds of fun havoc.
Every person participating had to be added to the world. If the project featured multiple worlds in a universe, we had to add each person to each world. Lorel worked with Jimmy, the senior Ultspace VR developer, to develop a hierarchy that allowed users to be added to the universe, and each world would inherit their contextual roles or permissions.
Exactly. For example, if Sally, John, and Ahmed are added at the world level, they can only have world builder permissions in that world, not the other worlds in the universe project. If Sally was added at the universe level, she would have terraformer rights in all the worlds within that project universe, making it so much easier.
Right. Last year, the long requested need to transfer worlds between universes was granted, allowing users who put the wrong world in the wrong universe, or those wishing to better organize and structure their worlds among different universes, like filing cabinets, have that ability. Be aware that the universe contextual roles will change, but not the world access and roles.
Right. To do this, go to your world in altspacevr.com or altvr.com website and edit it. Hit show advanced options. Look down at the bottom for the options called universe experimental. There, you may use the drop down menu to switch universes.
Now, it's still in development, but so far it works great. Remember, it won't work with shared worlds, but it will work with your own.
Ah.
Now, let me get this one. There we go. Have you visited your diagnostics panel for your recent your have you visited your diagnostics panel for your world recently? To access the diagnostics, you may do so in the world editor with the triangle button with the exclamation mark point in it in the bottom left corner, or on the web page for the world through the diagnostics button. While the one in the world is helpful, the diagnostics on the website is even more helpful.
Now
Wonderful.
look through the list to identify what object in your world might be causing the problem. Look for a red flag to indicate that the object is broken or missing in some way, and check for that item in your objects list and remove it right there from the website or update the kit.
There you go. And if you are having trouble entering your event, use the objects list on the world webpage, find the object on the list and remove it. Or if you are missing an object, check the location of the object by its XYZ position and look for it in world.
Ultspace VR may seem primitive to many, but it has the most sophisticated world building tools and event hosting and moderation tools of most of the platforms open today. To see some of that potential, check out the Educators in VR world building event this Wednesday.
That's right. As mentioned at the top of the show, Carnivore and Dargon have spent the last 2 months working on an innovative event for Slovenia using literally groundbreaking technology and techniques with Unity and MREs right here in Outspace VR. On May 11th, the Educators in VR World Building team will host a special tour of these amazing worlds to learn more about the techniques they used and all other things if you have questions. So please make sure you RSVP the event so you don't miss this one-off experience.
Oh, yes. Now, we want to take a moment to remind all of you creative and talented world builders and event hosts to unleash that creativity and not to copy works of others, but be original.
We have so many
Absolutely.
incredibly creative and talented people here in ASVR. This is just All Space VR. This is just, there's just no reason to copy. Create your own, parody or slightly emulate, sure, but let's see your imagination shine as you make your world and events your own.
The next Educators in VR MRE meetup is next week. They have a special event planned. Samwise and Carnegie are taking over for the next month, expanding our team of MRE experts.
Oh, yeah.
Woo,
They have
woo.
some fun planned. So if you are new or experienced with MREs in world building, come join us on Wednesday to learn even more.
And this is Wednesday, as we just said. Don't forget that the Educators in VR World Building team is hosting that special event with Dargon and Carnivore. And this will truly blow your mind and expand the boundaries of world
It'll be
building in All
expounding.
Space VR.
It's time for our Discord tip of the week.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
Discord is our back channel to communication. It's our tool used by Allspace VR and events and groups all across the Allspace VR community.
We've been covering news about the dark side of the metaverse. Cyberbullying, in particular, cyberbullying. But let's not forget that it extends into Discord, unfortunately. While you may block someone, did you know that you can mute them? Yeah, you can shut them up.
Hey, don't we all want to do that?
Yep. Discord allows you to mute people on voice chat. Most of us are familiar with that, right? If you have
Right.
a group on the chat and someone is eating, singing to themselves, well, yes, that means you, Lance, or having too much distracting background noise, you can mute them.
Oh, don't give me ideas, Lance.
Now, just simply go to their name in the voice chat and right click and select mute. Done. They're quiet. But if you want to hear them again, do the same and unmute them because, they might say something important. Not Lance, but, we try, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Actually, Lance is one who usually mutes himself and then has a whole conversation. And we're going, Lance, unmute. But anyway, the rest of the group, however, will still have to put up with hearing them. So it's just like the Altspace VR mute feature.
Yes. But what about sending their text messages, though? If someone is really annoying you and being a distraction, you don't want to block them. So just simply shut them up for a bit. Then there are some easy ways to do that.
Yes, and I've used this on Lance. No. It's
I was
pick on
just
Lance
sitting here
day.
thinking the same thing,
Hey.
Laurel. I'm dreaming up ways to mute him.
No.
Love you, Lance.
We do.
Lance. Don't pick on Lance.
So what you do is in this case, you right click on their name in the message or in a DM, a direct message, and you select mute. And then you set it for how long. So the options range from 15 minutes until I turn it back on.
Mm.
Now, if this
Oh.
person is your friend, remember to turn it back on if you make that choice, though.
Why would you mute
Sometimes.
your friend?
Sometimes.
I can think of many reasons.
Mark, I resemble that. Okay. So, God. Now you see, Karen hasn't missed anything. So, okay, now you know how to mute someone's voice and the messages so you can keep yourself focused and pay attention to that game you were playing or that cool event in Altspace VR.
Now, we love Discord. Remember, if you have any Discord tips you would like to share with us, please let us know and share it on our News and Update Discord channel.
Okay, it is now time for the events. Now, everyone up on this stage, we have moderated or built worlds for events, right? We all know how important events are to this community.
You better honk, Laurel. That's what keeps this community going.
Bonk,
You
bonk.
can honk your horn about it any day because we will listen to you. You are so right. They
I
are
might
the
mute you.
lifeblood of this
Yeah.
community. Our way of meeting up with old friends and meeting many, many new friends. That's my
Absolutely.
Oh, I love
Absolutely.
that.
Yes, Marcia. And as world builders, it's our opportunity to express ourselves and create worlds that we hope people will enjoy, connect, participate in, and come back over and over again.
Absolutely.
For many of us, this is an opportunity to not just connect with those with whom we share a common interest, but to grow personally and improve ourselves.
Now, I don't know where I would be right now if it wasn't for AltSpace VR. Obviously, I'm enjoying working with educators in VR and hosting my own events and activities, world buildings, and meeting so many new people every day. Honestly, this is a very strange and wonderful because I have, agoraphobia and anxiety. So leaving my home and even simply leaving my bedroom, it is scary. But here in AltSpace VR, I leave my home every day, but at the same time not. So
That's beautiful, Lance. And because he doesn't leave his home, we get to give him personally a very bad time. We love to chase Lance around like he likes to chase us. Thank you.
that's gonna definitely say
This is
that.
the second home for many of us, many of us. Our chance to, especially during the pandemic, to connect with others around the world, meeting people we've never otherwise met. And I might add, meeting other walks of life, more interesting conversations, more stories to hear. You get tired of telling your own stories to your old friends. Here you got new places. So this is wonderful. I love it. Mark?
Yes, I mean, like Lance, I too suffer with anxiety. You know, after finding Altspace back in 2017, I don't know where I would be right now. I mean, there wouldn't be this event for starters. I mean, I'm not going to tell my whole story, as I'm sure you have all heard of it. But just know that I'm happy to have found Altspace VR and this amazing community.
Oh,
Yeah.
you.
Sweet.
Love you.
Don't
We
stop.
love you,
Irene.
Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. So the news and update team did a recent recount of the average number of events hosted here in AltSpace VR every week.
Used to be.
Nice.
The new average is 312 events every week.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
a lot
Yay!
of events.
That is
We
a
have to go.
lot.
We have to go through all of them, just to show you
Yes.
what's going on in Altspace. But that makes at least 2 events every hour, 24 hours a day for a week.
Wow.
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 Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing. If you extend out that number, that's 312 hosts and at least that many or twice as many moderators and support team members. Wow.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Wow.
We know that many people do repeat events, but that's a big body of numbers. These are just public events. So if you think life is getting dull and boring here in Altspace VR, these numbers tell you otherwise. And private events, I mean, last weekend there were They sold 10,000 tickets to a 2-day event. Private events, you don't see people. You don't know how many people are here at any one time. But let's look at some of the highlights of the events coming this week in Altspace VR.
Oh.
Mother's Day, the best day,
Yay!
is this weekend for most of the countries honouring the day, and May 10th in Mexico. We want to wish all of the mothers in our lives, by choice or blood relation, the love and respect they deserve.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Yay!
Oh yes, definitely. Happy Mother's Day.
Yay!
Yay!
Now there are Mother's Day events throughout the weekend. But join us in saying Happy Mother's Day to all now by throwing up some hearts.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone! Yay!
Oh, let's
Happy
see those
Mother's
hearts.
Day.
Let's
Yes,
see those
please.
hearts.
Throw up the hearts. Just
Oh,
throw
I'm
up,
a mother,
please.
so I'm accepting the hearts.
Yay!
Well,
Or just
Improv Night
Ooh.
is right after the show with Stevie and Shusky. This is
Shoseki.
your
Okay.
Shoseki?
Shoseki.
Okay.
Shoseki.
Easy for you to
Everybody
say.
knows Shoseki. Okay.
Okay, so I helped you. Shoseki?
Shoseki. Shoseki.
Shoseki. I don't see
Yeah.
that at all.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, this is your chance to let your talent shine with acting and comedy, stretching your wide, beautiful imaginations. Let them out of the box.
Exactly right. Okay, so right after this event, or right after that, VR Democracy is hosting a team debate on should abortion be legal. While many countries in the world have honored the right for women to have control over their own bodies, many do not. And it's possible that the United States may be going back to the dark ages soon. It's scary. So this mock debate session is a great way to explore all of the sides of the issue.
Wouldn't it be nice
Near
to take a
which,
vote?
yeah, Near which offers a fascinating workshop in a few hours on shadow work, the process of looking at the dark aspects of self and personality for positive results.
Yes.
Nice.
Mia worked as a prison minister for correctional facilities in several states for many years and is a firm advocate of shadow work, holding oneself accountable and taking personal responsibility for thoughts, actions, and the choices we make. Check out this unique workshop today.
Yeah, in a few hours.
Yep.
Now, Monday, Scott McScott is back for another of his amazing ongoing talk with Hamilton presentations. If you have not been there, it's really fun. He's exploring the history of that famous U.S. president and the founding father, as well as U.S. history.
Wow.
Now, this week, he is exploring Hamilton's job as the first US Secretary of the Treasury and the work he did creating the money for the country, as well as where our financial funds are going in the future with cryptocurrency and blockchain.
Yeah, Mark, I wonder what Hamilton would say about the digital currency today.
Ouch.
We are going to
That's what
find
he'd
out
say.
on Monday.
Good answer. Good answer.
From the grave.
Yes.
Ooh.
Educators in VR's Univirtual experience conferences continue this month with their virtual schooling team that explores homeschooling, remote learning, and educational VR and AR apps.
Wow. The free 3-day, try that one 3 times quick. The free 3-day conference begins Monday in Rec Room and then in Allspace VR and Engage for 2 more days. The conference will cover educational game design and development, VR educational apps, educational world tours, and a wide variety of presentations and discussions on immersive education. Oh, you don't want to miss that one. Don't miss it.
And Educators in VR's moderation training event is Tuesday with Lance and Stance with Trees, myself.
Yay!
So if you are an event host, you're thinking about doing an event, or you wish to support the event as a moderator or otherwise, please don't miss this free introduction to event support through moderation. We love our moderators, and honestly, we would not be doing the show without them.
Absolutely. I mean, the Educators in VR virtual hardware team met this past week to discuss the latest hardware, including VR controllers, haptics, and accessories. In a couple weeks, they will be back and highlighting some of the new VR accessories and discussing the new Pico headset for consumers. So make sure you subscribe to the Educators in VR channel and look for those events.
Okay. The Creative Writing Meetup has been hosting writing workshops and events since 2018, every Tuesday. And this week is their monthly reading event, inviting writers and authors to share their poems, short stories, and excerpts with everyone. It's a fun and entertaining event you don't want to miss.
Now, Tuesday is the adults-only Tuesday Turn-Up nightclub by Shub Win, City Girl, and Blue Moon. An opportunity to hang out and dance to the hottest DJing music.
Now, Wednesday, Black Sands Karaoke is back for another week, offering you talented singers
Ooh.
a chance to sing to R&B music and hip hop and show off your creative skills.
Wow, that's going to be exciting. We love all the talented people here in Alt Space, and the original open mic night on Wednesday is the place to be to bring your music, poetry, stories, and comedy. Right, Sam? And show us all your all of us how talented you are. There are surprises at every event, so make this a regular part of your week to spirit your dreams up and your hopes up and your heart up. We need happy times, and this is one of them.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Thursday, the Educators in VR Cultural Heritage Preservation Meetup will be a networking opportunity and a chance to catch up with some new VR apps and worlds that are making the news as more and more museums and cultural heritage sites are scanning and modeling their treasures into VR. If you're a fan of history, come join us.
Mm-hmm. The Virtual World Society is hosting another community meetup and networking event on Thursday. The Virtual World Society was founded by Dr. Tom Furness, the grandfather of virtual reality and developer of the technology that made the headset you're wearing right now.
Right now?
Almost.
Well,
Now,
some of us.
this Oh yeah. Now this is a great opportunity to meet him and the members of Virtual World Society and learn more about what the organization is doing to promote humanity first and the good in XR.
Yay.
Simulation Nation meets on Thursday with an event sure to attract sex in the metaverse. Oh, they'll be exploring the role of sex and
Wow.
intimacy in the metaverse with Venus, a sex coach, using avatars and virtual worlds to explore sensuality without guilt. Wouldn't that be nice? Without shame and blame, and reframe sex as a healing act. Do I need to say it's for adults only?
It is.
Mark, you'll probably be there.
Don't tell
Okay.
everyone.
Sorry. Okay.
Now, as a reminder, if you encounter an event that doesn't match the description or your expectations, or you feel it violates the Alt Space VR community's guidelines and terms of service, well, while the event is active, you may report it in world by going to the event and clicking on that info button and then report.
You may also report positive feedback and rate events as well when they are live. helping the event host and Altspace VR know when events are successful.
Absolutely. Wow. These are just a few of the highlights of the events this week. There are so many, we can barely keep up with them. The schedule changes often, so check the website and an in-world calendar to stay up to date.
Don't forget to check out the channels to find the events that tickle your fancy and amuse your spirit.
Oh, honey, there's so many things that tickle your fancy and amuse your spirit. But if you don't see something that interests you, start your own event. And let us know about it by posting it in News and Updates Discord. That's the best way to get the word out. The creativity in event types and styles is stunning, and we love sharing your events right here.
Yes, we do. So we do our best to bring you the highlights from this ever-growing community, and we are so glad you are here to share it with us.
Yay!
Yay!
Now, normally, Karen and
Normally.
I would be hosting a quick discussion, but I want to take just a moment here because we've run over just a tiny, tiny bit to first of all say thank you to our amazing team of Karen replacements. Please give it up for them. Great job. Great job. Thank you. And what I'd like to know is, how do y'all feel now? We're almost over. How do y'all feel?
This was
Yay!
fun.
We did a
Lance?
thing!
Woohoo!
Lance?
I know so much about
did a
Lance
thing.
now.
Lance, how about you? Yay, we did a
How do you
thing.
feel, Lance?
Well, I'm more, if I'm honest, I'm more calm than I was. I was having a full-blown panic
Yay!
attack from the very beginning. First, I was calm, and then the clock got
Yeah,
to
I
me.
had to slap him
The
silly
closer
just
it
to
got.
slap him out of him.
Yeah.
Well,
But I'm
You
calm
might
now.
have to talk to
I'm calm
Venus
now,
about that.
so.
Go ahead.
well, my nose is still bleeding from banging into the wall again. So, I got to go take care of that after the show. They all know what I mean. You guys
I,
don't.
I don't know what that means, and I don't want to know what
I
that
don't know
means.
what that
I'm
means.
okay.
I
I'm
don't know
okay
what
Glass
with
these
not
door
knowing.
that she ran into.
Ignorance
I-
is
Oh,
bliss.
wall.
The opposite
Okay.
way.
Okay. Sam, how was it for you?
It was fun. This is cool. Hi everybody. I shake my head because I'm in
Hi.
2D. It's really fun. Good. Yep.
It was a blast.
Woohoo!
Stands with trees. How was it for you?
Oh, well, this is for me. It was different, obviously, but it's really, I've been doing 101 now for so long.
Alt Space VR
The
101. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Outspace VR 101. I've been doing that for so long now that this is secondhand to me now.
Right. So, does that mean that you want to do it again here on the news and updates?
Absolutely, I'm game.
Excellent.
Good
Most
answer.
recruiting. Good answer.
Good
Good
answer.
answer. Yay. So, Marcia, you had fun?
Oh my goodness. I'm here every week. And I always sit back up there in that corner and I watch all you fabulous people down here doing your work. And I've even accidentally been kicked by the Mr. Stands with Trees over there, but I forgave him. And but
Wow.
I know most of you people in the audience, and I just want to let you all know that this is a real thrill. And thank you all. I'm honored that you invited me here today. And Lance, you're just a doll. But we love everybody.
Aw.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
We say
Mark?
this every week. We say it every
Yeah.
week that this is an event for the community. We do it for you, and we want you to join us. If you got that thrill of doing something and helping out, you love it. We're always saying, we want volunteers to help report, photograph, present. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Something that I've dreamt up a few years ago. I need more than 2 people to do this event. It needs more.
Please.
And now, and look, I mean, you've heard me. I mean, I'm struggling because I'm juggling everything in the background. But this was amazing. It was absolutely fun to have you guys join in today. And
It
Yeah.
was fun. It was fun.
It was
Over the
very
panic
fun.
attack, it was fun.
I
Yeah.
also want to take a moment of applause for Lawless over here.
Yes.
Tried for
Yeah.
like 2 hours or more to get all of his technical stuff working so that he could get up here and join us. He was to be the last partner up here. So next time, sweetie, next time for sure. Okay.
Definitely.
Yay! But
Get your
thank
new
you for all of
Yay,
the pain and
Lawless.
suffering. Technical
Got what you missed voice
terrible.
wise.
Yay! We'll get him up here
Well,
again.
as we always say, there is no news and updates without technical issues.
You got it. You got it. All right. That's it. And that is all for this week's news and updates. Thank you so much for joining us here every single week and for
Oh, I
celebrating.
missed a slide. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
it's okay.
that's all right.
There you go.
Good.
There we go. That's for YouTube viewers as well. Just get a closer look.
Oh,
There,
it's
we
okay.
go. There we go.
Some probably
Thank
doesn't notice
you.
But
we
thank you
actually
for
put on
joining us
Karen's
here.
hats. So.
Yay. Yeah, they noticed. Anyway, we do as Mark just said, we do this for you every Saturday. Every Saturday, we give up our weekend for you to help you be a better informed community. And we have some fun events that are coming up. Trust me, Mark's got some great stuff coming up. So keep an eye. This is one of them on Discord and on our news and updates channel here in Altspace VR for updates.
Woo.
Dance with trees.
All right. So when news you need to know happens, we share it in our news and updates Discord, so you get the news through the clutter of information. Please tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channels so others can keep up with the news in and around Altspace.
Oh, definitely. We live stream the news onto YouTube, Twitch every week and catch up with past episodes and more about Allspace VR events, projects, news, and community activities. This is, and I've seen it for myself, this is a labor of love. And we love our volunteer team members who help us gather the news and reporters, moderators, and help. I'm a side person, but I want to thank the real team for helping us put this show together every single week. Every single week. Give it up for them.
Woo.
We do this for you for free. We are not Altspace VR employees. Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help our community keep up with everything going on here in Altspace VR.
And if you would like to join the news and update team, please let us know after the show. We are looking for reporters, photographers, script writers, mods, and more. Come join us. This is your show as much as ours, and we'd love you to be part of it.
I'm going to start crying. Thank
Aw.
you to all of our news and updates volunteers and the moderators and everyone who came out of pure heart of service, out of pure love for Karen and what we do up here to help make this event a success. Karen, you are missed, and we look forward to having you back safe and sound next week. But we're also eager to welcome our new members here. So thank you. And to all of our Russian and Ukrainian friends here in our community and beyond, please remember we're with you.
Stand
Absolutely.
tough and stand up.
Yeah.
And most of all, in these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay!
Yeah!
Yay!
We did a thing! We did a thing!
Woo!